Hey, what's up guys? Today I'll show you an action science fiction film, COMA. Spoiler ahead, watch out and take care. The movie begins with a view of the futuristic metropolitan city. All of a sudden, everything deteriorates, which leads to what seems to be a memory of a car crash with an unknown woman. Suddenly, the architect wakes up in a room full of architect stuff. He groggily explores the room and sees a photo of him with a woman who can't be recognized, since her image has smears on it. He continues moving around the room and discovers that everything inside is deteriorating due to a dark substance. He then goes out of the building where he is and sees that everything outside is also deteriorating. He figures that the dark substance is consuming it. He walks outside and witnesses that every building is not placed properly and everything is not normal. Some buildings are turned upside down, sideways, twisted, and connected by dark material. The architect also bumps into physically deteriorating people, but doesn't seem to respond with his presence. Afterward, he walks up to a building with a deteriorating facade. He unintentionally lifts his hands, and the building's facade in front of him mysteriously goes back to the way it was. His eyes wander, and he notices a dark monstrous figure from afar. The dark monstrous figure spots him. It runs to him and is about to attack him, but it eventually stops. Three strangers, Fly, Phantom, and Pilot, emerge from nowhere and save the architect. They lead him to escape the dark monstrous figure. The four of them run as the dark monstrous figure chases them. From running non-stop, they reach a bridge directing to a city lake. They have nowhere to go. Fly, Phantom, and Pilot jump to the water but stop mid-air. And then they are pulled upwards to the top of the building that is turned upside down. The architect hesitates to jump at first, but when the dark monstrous figure appears behind him, he eventually jumps and joins the rest of the group. As he lands on top of the building, the dark monstrous figure continues to pursue them. Phantom gets his chance to shoot the monster, but it consequently wounds his left palm. As the dark monstrous figure continues to hunt the four of them, the pilot thinks of something to save them. He pulls out 3 thin cylinder bombs and a larger metallic tube which appears to be bombs and its controller, and approaches the dark monstrous figure and triggers the bombs. The dark monstrous figure explodes together with Pilot. After Pilot sacrifices himself to save the group from the monster, the architect asks Phantom and Fly what's going on and where they are. Phantom doesn't respond to his question, but instead returns a question to the architect if he wants to join them. The architect eventually joins Fly and Phantom. While they are walking in the strange world, the architect asks Fly what happened to him. Fly answers him that she doesn't know. The architect then suspects that he is dead, but Fly contradicts his theory and explains that he is in a comatose state. Fly continues and tells him that everybody in this specific world is in a coma, and the universe is made up of fragmented recollections from the other coma-ridden individuals. We can see that the protagonist mysteriously awakens with a rational mind in a world that makes no sense to anybody, full of pictures snatched away, hurled here and there, and pasted mostly overhead under no predefined order. As Fly stated, the concept is whenever individuals slip into a deep coma, they physically live inside their minds in a shared realm, a world filled with events from memories that are constantly changing and deteriorating. The surroundings are the linked perspectives of all the occupants, rather than a single person's perspective. Fly and Phantom continue to lead the architect. While walking, the architect keeps on asking about the world he is in. Fly stops him and heals the wound on his forehead using her hand. Eventually, Phantom asks Fly to secure the perimeter. When the architect asks Fly where they are going, Fly points overhead. The architect sees a huge and rust-covered warehouse turned upside down. Right after, the three of them reach an old and rusty bus. Phantom let Fly and the architect inside the bus. Fly then leads the architect through the inside of the bus. To the architect's surprise, he can see that half of the bus has changed its environment through the windows. He realizes that the place is the warehouse he saw a while ago. The architect deciphers that the people here have built a community. The three of them go out of the bus and are greeted by Tank, Spirit, and Astronomer, who seems to be part of the community. Spirit emotionally looks for Pilot. Phantom tells them what happened, and defensively tells Spirit that there's nothing they could do since the district they have been in is dangerous. Phantom even remarks that the map given by Astronomer is useless. Astronomer argues that it is not his fault, since they are rushing him, and places in this realm change from time to time. They argue about what happened, but eventually, they are stopped by Yan. After Phantom indirectly expresses that Pilot's death is not anyone's fault. Rather, it is the rescue mission for the architect itself. Yan appears and remarks that whatever they did was definitely worth it pertaining to the architect. After their argument becomes heated, Fly leads the architect to Yan. Fly discusses further the realm they are in. She also mentions that Yan wants to save the architect because he could be the key to finding the island that is free of Reapers. The architect eventually gets the name of the dark monstrous creature, and that is the Reaper. The architect learns that Yan is the leader of the built community. Fly tells him that Yan has been living in that realm for a long time, and he taught every person in the community to survive. Fly also emphasizes that everyone in the community owes their lives to Yan. As the architect spends his first night at the community, he dreams of flashes of memories that are not clear. He sees a sketchpad with a drawing of a futuristic city, and inside of an intricately designed building, an image of him inside a car with a woman. Then a car crash happens. He eventually wakes up to see a deteriorating car, turned upside down inside his room. He approaches it and sees himself inside it. He also sees that the wall of his room starts to open up, and he can see a building that is erected outside. He is about to go outside when Phantom enters his room, and begins imposing his authority. Phantom tells the architect not to wander outside the now open room, because that is his manifested dreams, and it can be tricky. Phantom also warns the architect to stay away from Fly, and that even Yan runs the built community, he still leads the squad. He also remarks that even Yan sees something special about the architect. Yan has made many mistakes before. The next day, Phantom shows the ropes to the architect. He explains the nuances of this new universe to him. As he previously said, after a person awakes from their coma, they are back to doing serious work in their body. Phantom reveals to the architect that people in the realm have developed special abilities according to their thinking and predisposition. Phantom adds that people need to be provoked to reveal their special abilities. Everyone watches as Phantom triggers the architect with artificial machines to help him discover his ability and show everyone why he is special. To everyone's dismay, the architect does not manifest any signs of abilities. The architect continues to dream of events from his waking life, including escaping a medical facility and being involved in a freak accident. The next day, he begins working for the community. Yan talks to him and says that in this realm, he isn't bound by his physical limitations. He has the potential to improve his powers to the point where they are superhuman. Meanwhile, with Yan's approval, Phantom, Fly, Spirit, Astronomer, Tank, Gnome, and Cable prepare to go outside to acquire explosives from a torpedo in a submarine, despite Phantom being against it. The architect joins them. We know now that people who have gone under a comatose state don't only reside in this realm, but they also develop and possess special abilities that can make them superhuman. Besides that, we are now aware that the threats in this realm are the Reapers. We also figure that the architect, aside from him learning the rules of the realm, might have an ability that is special from the others, but is not yet known. As the group reaches their destination, the group is attacked by men wearing military uniforms. With Phantom's lead, they fight back and manage to kill all of the military members. Afterward, Astronomer gets angry at Phantom for making a scene that can cause the Reapers to come to them. Phantom hurts and warns Astronomer for shouting at him. Phantom tells everyone that he is the leader of the group, so he is in charge. The group reaches the submarine, and everyone starts to work. Suddenly, as they continue to retrieve the explosives, Spirit senses that the Reapers are coming to them. Gnome eventually spots the Reapers and warns everyone. Phantom orders everyone to retreat, but Cable insists on finishing the job, since it is almost finished. Phantom then orders everyone to run and leave Gnome and Cable. However, the architect doesn't listen to Phantom and orders everyone to get back. All of them eventually return to help. The architect begins to build a ramp through his mind. The ramp catches the explosives and ferries down to the group safely. The group then manages to get the explosives and returns safely to the community. Since the architect's ability to build things is already known to the group, they celebrate as they survive the attack of the Reapers. Yan expresses his idea of building a perfect shelter for the community through the power of the architect. Yan's idea is to create an ideal world where everyone in the community will live, and they will not have any reason to go back to their waking life. After the architect agrees that he can do it, Yan assigns Astronomer to lead the squad in finding a place for their plan. To his demise, Phantom objects, but Yan's decision is already final. He tells Phantom that he may put everyone in danger due to his recklessness. The next day, they begin to lead the whole community in finding the perfect place for the plan of building a perfect shelter. As the community heads out to begin a new life, the Reapers attack them. Phantom, who has been jealous of the architect, seizes the opportunity to have the architect killed by the Reapers. However, Phantom does not succeed with his plan. The group saves the architect and confronts Phantom. As the group address the betrayal of Phantom, he begins transforming into a Reaper suddenly. Phantom runs away from them, as the Reapers continue to attack them. Two of the Reapers kill Gnome and Cable. The group continues to fight off the Reapers as the community runs for their lives. As they are running from the Reapers, the Architect feels unwell. All of a sudden, the Architect wakes up from his unconscious state. In the waking life, the Architect recalls that he was ready to embark on a project that would allow him to build the city of his dreams after Yan gave him a chance. He also remembers that his relationship with his girlfriend was faltering, since his career as an aspiring architect was not able to make ends meet. The Architect got a partnership with a medical organization that enabled innovations. Yan was in charge of the organization, which maintained coma patients in the basement. The coma patients were not actual patients, but random individuals who were outcasts from society. With the medical organization, Yan aimed to establish a haven for them to escape the actual world, as time passes more quickly in the dream realm, allowing them to live several lives there. Yan aimed to put the Architect in a comatose state, to build the futuristic city he dreams of erecting. But the Architect disagreed and ran away, terrified of the organization. He was rescued by his girlfriend, who resembles Fly, and they attempted to flee in a car, but later got into a car accident. It turns out that the Architect chose to enter the dream realm to save his lover. After learning the truth, the Architect returns to the dream realm and constructs Yan's ideal shelter in the clouds. However, Yan turns against them and abandons them. They realize that if they discover their dreaming bodies in the dream realm, they will emerge from their comatose state, since someone should remember them. They rush to the Institute and are eventually assaulted by Yan. But Yan is killed by the turned Reaper Phantom. The movie ends with the Architect and Fly waking up, and finally escaping the comatose communal space and the medical innovation facility. We see that natural phenomena do not cause individuals to fall into a comatose state. Instead, it is staged by Yan, head of the medical organization, to reside in the dream realm where living seems to be perfect. We can also tell that Fly is actually the Architect's girlfriend. We can conclude with the discussion that begs the question of what is between reality and delusion. This is Daniel CC Movie Channel. Stay safe and enjoy your day.